Hello, and welcome to Jarviskjir Rock of the North, Chapter 2, Session 15. Potentially the last session of the chapter, I say. Although if you're watching this on YouTube and there's a Session 16, then clearly I'm telling a porky. It's entirely possible. I know too well now than to go, this is definitely the finale, because that's always bad news. Although, it would be satisfying to end on 15. You know? Because often a chapter is 10 to 15, so it should be like, clean. You know, the system works. So that would be pretty neat. We are starting off mid-combat as you guys are in one hell of a fight. You are searching down Agahast, the loan shark that owns Peep's human mother's debt. And you have found them. After, you know, investigating in trying to find things legitimately, it seems that Agahast is actually too smart to just leave incriminating evidence in the open that can actually be used against them, but had enough. You could research enough to be like, this is definitely the guy, he's definitely doing shady shit, but not enough that you could, like, okay, let's bring the police, you know. That kind of thing wasn't on the table. So you decided to go for the next plan, using the ruse you'd already set up, going in as, you know, not quite yourselves, with Vincent playing as a paladin who had lost a debt and lost at gambling and now has a debt and trying to sell the debt, all of that thing. And it worked really well. Agahast knew it was a trick the whole time, but played along, talked through it, and thus was inevitable. Peep had to at some point go, you know, enough is enough, this guy has to die. Then Vincent threw a table at him.
Prepared to die.
Well, yeah, of course,
Sorry.
right? You gotta. It wouldn't. I would have been sincerely surprised if you actually went through that whole encounter talking to him without and go like, okay, goodbye, and leave. Let's go to the police. First of all, you would have just left Vincent with that guy, and that wouldn't have gone well. Second of all, you know, Peep is a tiny dragon with a sword. I think Peep probably wants to kill the bad guy themselves, or at least maim them. Oh no, I don't know whether it'll go all the way to death, but who knows?
We'll
how
see.
you deal with a humanoid villain is a big you know, decider on what kind of hero you will become. So we are midway through a fight, of course. Let me load up the battle map and allow you to be refreshed of what's going on, and I will also explain. You are not all in the same place, but some of you are. There is this office here. There's Agahast. Currently, he's having a fist fight with Vincent. Because, you know, that happens every now and again. Here is Agahast's Jade Golem. Some kind of protector automaton that, while slow, is genuinely getting hits across. Here's me also not readying the monster manual before the session. Oh, uh-oh. Whoopsie. Agahast has a small troop of fishmen guards, some of which have already gone on to fight you. And to the north is a skeletonized beholder. You weren't expecting that. Seemingly just, I mean, it just floated around a corner and started shooting people, so who knows. This is where nearly everyone is. And then we have all the way to the front entrance. Snow. Because to be fair, there's not really ways you could sneak Snow into a building. Snow is even bigger than usual. Snow, the half-giant, has now become a 16-foot tall, pretty much full giant, you know, by drinking an enlargement potion and trying to smash down the door to Agahast's house, which is in the streets in Velheim. This isn't like a manor on a hill. You're in a street, there's houses next door. You just look like you were breaking down a house. You know, so quite strangely, some of the Orvaxians, the people who lived here who are in the street, have kind of turned with a blank look in their eyes and started to encroach around Snow. But you did break down the front door and have access to Agahast's manor, and that is where we are at. And hence, combat begins. And it's going to start with Adelhard's turn. Adelhard, you just saw Cinder. You two have been kind of battling together. You saw Cinder get struck by a beam from the kind of spine-like appendages floating around the skeletal beholder being. And Cinder is now paralyzed in place. The Jade Golem seems to be showing no sign of stopping its assault. Cinder was trying to destroy an activation rune in its head to maybe weaken it, but it's one of those things where you need to get a proper advantage on it. Like, you need to get the upper hand to strike it properly. Cinder had already hit it once, but not enough to actually damage the rune.
Okay, do I still have advantage, or...?
Cinder is not currently granting you any palpable advantage, no, because she can't block off potential retreat or give you anything useful.
Okay, I will cast Green Flame Blade again and attack with that.
Are you attacking the Jade Golem or the fish?
The Golem, yeah. That's a negative.
That is going to be a miss. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it for the turn.
Okay.
Or AJ just always gets terrible luck.
To be fair, when Adelhard hits hard. It's kind of like a Sabriel situation. It's not Sabriel because you don't have inflict wounds. But if you did, it would be the same. Next is the fishmen. Most of them are staying at the door. But this one beside Adelhard is going to take the chance while you are attacking to try and jab at you with their blade, their spear. There's a blade at the end of the spear, I guess. But it's a pathetic attack. It's almost more of a goading attack than anything to try and keep you in place. The Jade Golem, on the other hand, is fighting much more fiercely. It's going to turn both of its attacks towards Cinder, who cannot defend herself.
Oh no.
Oh no. I forget, is stun the one where it's an auto crit
you know
hit?
what? Let me check, because I have my DM shield somewhere, which has all of the information on it. It's really useful.
I can check it too, yeah.
Yeah, because paralyzed and stunned are different in what they do in relation to that stuff.
Goodbye, me.
Stunned makes them... No, stun does not give auto crits.
This isn't stun, this is paralysis.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm done for.
Sorry.
Goodbye, me.
Yeah, any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of them. So as long as it hits Cinder, rules as written, it would be a crit. It has a
Okay, so Cinder, what is your AC right now?
Not great.
No.
14.
It gets a 22.
Ooh.
I'm gonna start off the session saying, I need to get more dice.
Oh no. That's
I think that's my favorite moment as a DM. It's a very powerful moment.
Yeah, when you said paralyzed, I was like, wait a minute, I think
No, it's full-on paralysis. It's a beholder beam, you know?
Yeah,
it's,
no, that makes sense.
First hit is 15 bludgeoning damage to Cinder.
Okay.
Second attack is also a hit, and was nearly a crit on its own, you know. And second attack is going to hit a lot harder. 24 bludgeoning damage.
That takes me exactly to 0.
Exactly to 0 is stable, no death saves. Cinder just falls... Cinder falls like a brick because Cinder is paralyzed, so all your limbs are locked in place.
Oh,
You
no.
fall like a locked Gmod ragdoll, you know, like just onto the ground. And after that, the jade golem with the skull of a gorgon for a faceplate just slowly twists silently. There's no activation noises, but the grinding of jade and bone just twists to face Adelhard. Cinder, it's your turn next. Oh. You are asleep. You are unconscious. You're having a good little Betty Buys. Vincent, you are here, dueling Agahast. You've gotten a smite off on him, I believe, but you guys have not hit him much. And you are having a fist fight right now, and you don't have your shield because Snow has your shield.
Right.
I do have the shield.
So I am going to use one attack. I'm going to try to, as I recall, I have my Channel Divinity up. I'm going to try to trip Agahast. So I'm going to just grab him by the neck and just like choke slam him onto the floor.
Okay, so that's a contested athletics.
I mean, we could really use some help, though. I mean,
That is a 20, but he's going to use one of his legendary resistances to automatically succeed that one.
That's okay.
Then I will use my second attack to try to shove him towards Peep.
Okay.
The good thing is we're burning through those legendary resistances.
Yes,
early,
and
right?
he did not roll as well. He actually rolled worse this time. So you absolutely can. Like you're trying to sort of choke slam him and attack him, and there is actually a bond of magic around him. He doesn't seem to be actually a wizard or a spellcaster, but you have seen him wielding a wand for a few moments. It's kind of hard trying to like wrestle with someone with mage armor on, because there's almost like sections you can't see. But he is going to be shoved. You can shove him towards people, no problem.
And then I will move over to where oh my goodness, I should really get there. Cinder is. My brain was telling me Ember, and I was like, that's not right. Wake up. All right, Cinder.
That is flashbacks to the first ever Jarviskjir campaign. There was a player named Nox. She would do that with everything. Get the name, like, just the memory of the name was slightly wrong. It was amazing. Anyway.
So I will provoke as I move away from him if he wants to take a swing at me for that.
You wouldn't have provoked him because you already shoved him away. Because it's an involuntary movement.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're not 5 feet. Okay, so I'll get over here next to her and them, and I will stay right here.
Okay. Snow, let me pan the camera across the map all the way to where you are. Again, I'm glad I decided to model the street on this battle map beforehand.
Do these guys look like actual cops?
No! Moments ago, they were civilians, so either they are plainclothes cops, which is not really a thing in most places. You know, one of them is wearing a dress, the others are just wearing fairly casual clothes. They're all Vaxians, they don't really need to worry about the cold in this environment. They kind of look like civilians, but they're walking towards you like guards.
Okay. That's fine. I won't be around them for much longer. Okay, so new question. How tall is the ceiling in this room?
The door, at least, is not 16 feet high. The ceiling in the main hallway you can see from here with the aquariums either side actually would vault that high. It's only a 2-story building, but the story's tall. It's quite elaborate.
Okay. So I guess I'll stoop through the door and charge in. I'm ignoring these guys for them. Okay, hold on. So I guess would I still be raging? I didn't technically make any attacks at people last time.
You attacked the door.
The
door counts.
Okay.
Door count. You attacked the door with a sledgehammer.
And he
I think
was
that
using
keeps
his
up
rage
rage.
there. So.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So in that case, I'm charging in. So I have got 55 feet of movement when I'm raging, so that's 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh god. Okay, there's boys.
There are boys. There are the little fishmen guards. You're gonna get an opportunity attack from the fishmen.
I am, yeah. I'm running by them. I don't give
They
a...
are gonna miss.
Okay. Yeah, the big old
building shakes. You know, you can feel that everyone other than Cinder can feel the footsteps in the building like reverberate through. The aquarium around sloshes. The fish are scared. Aside from the shark that's in one of the aquariums, that seems kind of cool. That.
Yeah, new question. What is this like thing?
That's
here
a
blocking
wall.
the way?
Yeah, that's a wall.
What is the wall made out of?
Seemingly stone.
Does it
Now,
look
whether
like I
it's
can just
all
ram
stone or
through
just
it?
stone and then wood behind it, you don't know. It's certainly possible.
But I guess I'd probably get attacked for that, right? So.
I would allow an athletics instead.
Okay.
It would be an action though. I would take into account you are currently 16 foot tall and you are a totem barbarian. So like there's like actually legit cause for you being able to charge through a wall like that.
Okay, I can't make it there this turn anyways, but I think, like, I'm just, well, I don't know. He might just run around it. Let's see. He's gonna dash. He wants to make it in there as soon as possible.
So you dashing
he's
this
gonna,
turn?
Yep, I'm gonna dash. So with that will eat my rage, but that's as long. Actually, I guess until I take an attack, which I probably will. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
You get
10.
hit by an attack.
Yeah, if I get hit by attack, 11.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, you are in the.
Yeah, I guess he would
surrounded
call
by
out.
aquariums.
He would call out ahead and be like, are you guys all right in there?
No,
Assuming-
not really.
I'm coming. And that's it.
Peep, it's your turn. Agahast managed to resist some of the wrestling moves, but not all of them. Remember, Agahast has a gun.
Does have a gun because he shot at me. I think he shot me with it directly. He did hit me.
You have actually, you have taken a bullet.
I have taken a bullet. I'm
Wow.
going to. I'm gonna pop Fighting Spirit, so I get those 5 temp HP points, and advantage, and then I'm gonna swing at him twice with my axe.
Oh God, where's his character sheet? Okay, one sec. $15 does hit. Yes.
Let's go.
Second hit.
Oh, crit!
That is way better. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Both really strong strikes. He is fairly mobile. He's rolling with the hits. He's glancing. He's taking them much like you and Snow would and can. Not to the same degree, but you know, you get hit by swords and things and axes, and you keep going, and that's sort of what he's doing. But he is a much older man. Maybe he won't be able to keep it up forever. Let me pan the camera back over here. Snow, the aquarium, not the one next to you, but the one on the hallway opposite. The glass suddenly cracks
Oh, jeez.
and floods as the shark, encased in seemingly an orb of squishy water, charges in your direction. The rest of the aquarium on the floor, fish flopping
Yeah.
around, but the shark charging your way, mouth wide open, full of teeth, surrounded by not even a like almost a still orb of water around it. Now,
You look like a puny salmon.
Okay.
Is it too much to ask that I get frickin' sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads?
You know, one of these. Someday you need to do a villain that has a shark just in their back pocket, just in case. And this is the time. Rarely do I get the chance. All right, it's gonna make 2 attacks. First, it is gonna try and bite you.
Okay. 15 AC, by the way. Just.
Thank you. That is going to be a hit.
Okay.
It's a pretty big hit because it's a freaking shark.
Okay.
And also, bear in mind, it's a D&D shark. It's big. You know, this is a great white levels because it is D&D. It's going to be 29 piercing damage.
Okay. Well, luckily, I'm raging.
You are
still.
raging, and that does keep your rage up.
It does. He helped me, honestly. This little shark just helped me.
That sounded like a line right out of Smiling Friends. Then the slime that the shark is living in is going to attack you.
Oh god.
And it is also going to hit. So kind of it seems like a bubble of water, but when it hits you, it's a lot more solid. Although being hit by a ball of water that big is also going to be pretty solid. It kind of moves as a wave opposite to the momentum of the shark. It's not going to hit as hard, but it does hit relatively hard. It's going to be 15 bludgeoning damage.
I can handle that.
Yeah. Then next, I pan the camera back over to the other side of the room. And Agahast is having a fight with Peep. They are going to go in with their martial arts. They are just going to start punching. Peep, what's your AC?
16.
He actually doesn't hit a single strike against you. You are parrying, you are determined, you are fighting back, but it does not get you down.
I thought you were gonna say thank you, but can you stop when he casts gun?
Well, he'd have disadvantage shooting you in this situation.
True.
Luckily
True.
for you. So, this isn't a Pokemon gun situation right now, but coming up next is the Beholder in the room. Literally, there's a Beholder in the room.
Also, just I think the dudes outside got deleted from initiative.
That's fine. I'll just do them on 20 anyway. I think that's actually what
Like,
I was going
I
to do.
think they were 20,
Yeah.
so just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. It's going to it's going to cast a random eye ray at Adelhard.
Hello.
Of course.
Hello,
Of course.
When I say cast, it's not a cast. It's laser beams.
Zap.
Can you give me a wisdom save, please?
Yes.
Well, that means it's not disintegration.
You have to be pretty wise to not be disintegrated. That is going to be a failure. You are frightened as it strikes you with a fear ray.
That's fine.
Chills
That's fine.
through your bones
That's okay.
and
fine.
makes
That's
you.
okay. That could
To be honest, I would be frightened too in this situation.
You could be Cinder right now. That's fine.
Outside. Oh, you can't even see them anymore.
Yeah, can they run as fast as me?
No.
They probably have range though.
No, they had small spears.
Okay. Yeah, screw those guys. I'm not dealing with them. Not right now, at least.
Alright, we flip all the way around to Adelhard. Adelhard, this fear works as kind of your generic fear. You can't move closer to the creature, you have disadvantage on attacks against it. But that doesn't really affect you fighting the Jade Golem that's still right there.
No, it doesn't. I'm going to disengage from the two I'm fighting
Yeah.
and move up here.
Okay.
That's the turn.
The fishmen that are guarding the door, this one actually above you is going to kind of go into, like, they're holding their shields out, and their shields have kind of a slime and ooze layer all over it, with kind of hide and all that. In quite contrast to the relatively smart uniform they have. But they are going to do their job, and they are going to try and hold the door, and one is going to try and attack you. Adelhard, what's your AC right now?
15.
It's going to miss. And the other one is going to miss.
Okay.
There is this one right here that is going to slightly panic and whip back around to you, Adelhard. So now you are surrounded by diminutive fishmen. With advantage, it rolled a 1 and a 2. I would be mad, but they're fishmen, so honestly, the dice are just it's kind of perfect. These ones need to dash to catch up with you. Snow.
That makes sense.
Then we have the golem. Golems seem to step towards where Adelhard was heading off to, but then flips around to Vincent. And is going to start attacking Vincent. Vincent, what's your AC right now?
16.
It's going to hit with its first attack, which will be 9 bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to hit with its second attack for 12. So 9 and 12.
Oof.
And seemingly, after Agahast was struck by Peep's attack, Agahast does seem to grunt out some kind of command word to change the golem's operation. Some elements of the jade and bone seem to move deliberately, but deliberately in a way that is hard to read. Cinder is it's on the floor. Vincent.
Vincent's going to reach down and just wherever they look the most hurt, kind of lay hands on them and heal them. 15. I'll heal you for 15.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
so,
you.
That's my action. Oh, I need to make some concentration checks, actually.
Yes.
So I get +2 to these. Oh, and that's not an advantage. So that is
one, oh, you got a +2 on these, so that one is a success.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then one more.
Okay. Okay. That's
Cool.
that's great. Let's go.
All right. And then Cinder, you're small in size.
No, Cinder rides the line. Cinder is like is just barely medium size, mostly because of
Okay.
how much Cinder moves around.
Yeah.
Could I grab Cinder and pull them away?
Yes, you
And
can.
just-
You can carry someone your same size as you. You just move at half movement, either carrying them,
Okay.
dragging them, however.
So I'm gonna
You will
just
take
move,
opportunity attacks. Cinder won't.
I'm gonna move here and try to drag Cinder to the other side of me to this square here.
That's
Okay.
okay. You're going to take an opportunity attack from the golem, which is going to be a crit. Which,
Oh,
you know, that's thematic justice. You know, you're trying to save your companion, and the golem just looms over you. Crack, slams its head down. One of those D6 was sent to the nether realm. That's okay. I should really have a little dice tray, but I don't. It's going to be 18 bludgeoning damage from that crit from the golem.
ouch.
It's like literally like you just finished dragging Cinder away and the hand just like grabs and yanks you back. One of those ones where you feel your whole skeleton like lurch. It gives you. That's a car crash. You've just given, basically.
I'm still up.
Yeah.
But barely.
Well, Vincent could take a beating.
Yeah.
I like a lot of one. Okay, Snow, you are facing down the mouth of a shark.
Yeah, Snow's just gonna run away from them.
The shark?
As in, like, run. I mean, he's gonna run to the room. He doesn't care about these mother truckers.
You don't want to fight the shark?
I'm not gonna fight the shark yet. I gotta see what my friends are up to. All right,
About a shark's feelings.
Shark will be fine. Alright, so I have 55 feet of movement. I know I'm gonna take opportunity attacks, so just hit me with them. Or try, 5, 10.
Try, you say. Oh, well, the shark does
This is
miss.
15.
You run
Oh,
by
let's
and the
go.
shark's like, and tries, but it's a shark in a giant, like, wibbly wobbly ball of slime. It's not the most accurate thing in the world.
Yeah, I like to think that Snow like held up his maul like he was about to smack it, and then he's like, whoop, and runs
Peace
like
out.
jukes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what about the fish man? I'm assuming he's gonna attack me too.
Oh, he was actually in attack range.
Yeah.
He is actually gonna hit.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, he's gonna do 8 piercing damage.
Okay. That's okay.
Pretty good for one of those guys.
Yeah. Do I need to like squeeze through this area, or is that fine? Like,
You can squeeze through a space that is smaller than you. If you can, if the game doesn't want you to do it, I can move you through it. But yeah, you can.
No, I can
It
do it,
counts
yeah,
as
but
difficult terrain.
okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, so then I'm at 15, which will go up to 25. Is it like double for the whole time through? So
Yeah,
35, 45, 55.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like on the other side, I guess. But
Yeah.
is the door open or closed?
Doors are open if you can see through them. So yeah.
Okay.
I do have a set of animated doors, but I don't try to do animated stuff on big fights usually. So.
Okay, so they're just so these fish dudes are blocking the way then.
Yeah, and they're surrounding Adelhard.
And I see this golem.
You probably get around. You probably charge in just as you see the golem grab like the back of Vincent's armor and yank him back.
Okay, well, this is all my movement, but oh god, now I got to make a decision. How far am I away from this? Not close enough. Wait, actually, am I? Hold on. Let me go look at some real quick. Oh, I am close enough. Oh no. Does Adelhard look hurt?
Adelhard isn't bloodied, but Adelhard does look. I think Adelhard is one of those. Well, Adelhard's expression never changes anyway.
Yeah.
And also, Adelhard is one of those people who is probably beyond feeling fear effects as, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I think we might have even described this last session where it's like, it's more just a deliberate... Actually, no, it was actually Ian describing this last Patreon session. It's more like a deliberate backpedaling knowing you're under the spell effect, I imagine. But you could tell that Adelhard is affected by something.
Okay, he's gonna shout to Adelhard and say, "Do you want me to clear the way?
Yes. Clear it.
Can you take a hit?"
No!
Maybe I shouldn't do the fireball then.
Definitely no.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of.
I almost imagine I could see that I could see this, that like Snow is actually reaching for the band of fireballs around his arm, and that's when Adelhard's like, no.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if the radius would definitely hit everyone if I tried to do it.
It would hit everyone.
Okay,
It
so let's
would
not
hit
do
everyone.
that. Let's not do that yet. Okay, new plan.
Literally any other plan.
Could I I have Vincent's shield,
Mm-hmm.
which is now like a tower shield.
It is
'Cause
double
it
the
got
size,
enlarged.
and it was a dragon scale to begin with, so it is massive.
Could I just like ram through these fishmen in the way? Like lower it and just like ram through them.
I mean, it would be an action to start doing that regardless, so you would need
Okay.
to get within melee, and then maybe I'd let you do an action to do like a ramming charge through, but
Okay.
you wouldn't have the action economy to do that this turn regardless. You'd
Okay,
get
I gotcha. In that case, then I'm just going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my movement to get up there. So I'm gonna dash. So could I even like start squeezing in there? Or
No, there's enemies in the way.
Okay. I'm just right here, and here's what I'll do is I'll just like, I can just drop the maul for free, and then like pull out my greatsword, right, with the object interaction.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, I'm gonna pull out the battle axe. Yeah, battle axe is coming out, and he just points it at the fishman between him and Adelhard and says, "Move."
If the fishmen were capable of any kind of expression at all other than fish, they would probably be pretty scared looking right now.
Oh, sorry.
To be fair, I'm pretty fucking terrified seeing Snow's face just appear from the darkness at that size.
Speaking of, Peep, you're up next.
Peep, well... Peep's just gonna take those 2 swings again at normal. I'm not gonna spend another Faint Spirit. So no advantage. Oh!
Ooh.
That is a
Big
miss.
sting.
That's one of
blows.
the. It's like the swing, and Agahast puts a hand on like the blunt end of the axe and like pushes it down further, and just like looks down at you. He doesn't even say anything. He just looks down at you, like pathetic.
Could I have Snow shout out one more thing?
Sure, you can yell at any time in any fight. Pretty much.
He's gonna yell out to Peep. Sorry about the dog. He's gonna yell out to Peep and say, "Get on the other side of him."
The dog wants to fight the boss too. So the shark bowl ooze is gonna start trying to squirm through the little opening. So behind you, like if you look back to see Snow pushing through this door, maybe you also briefly see for a moment that there is a shark trying to squirm its way through the hallway. It's like a giant shark. It does pop through with a splash of slime ooze, gnashing its teeth behind Snow. The shark is chasing you. Agahast is going to they are probably just slightly better off to try and keep punching, jabbing, moving, shifting martial arts attacks on Peep. Both hit. First hit is going to be for that's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage plus
10.
So it's going to be 18 damage altogether.
Okay, that's fine.
He strikes very intently, very deliberately when he does hit, pushing all of his confidence into the moves as he is still relatively fresh and early in the fight.
I am going to spend my reaction this turn to cast Hellish Rebuke
Okay.
and blast fire into his face. At level 1.
So Peep's
needs
got
to
to have
make
a
a
one-liner
dexterity
for
save.
this. What's the one-liner that Peep has for this?
It probably is just like a roar of rage, to be honest. Peep's pissed. This guy's going down.
Let's go.
He does save, he takes half damage, and as he is struck by fire, you see very briefly like a sharp, almost stab of light go from him into the golem. And Agahar seems completely unaffected.
Okay. Alright. Well, that's it.
You're fighting a smart villain. He's got tricks on triple tricks. You're fighting him in his house. Speaking of, time for the. No one currently has sight on the beholder, which is.
You should have
not...
brought the battering ram.
Yeah, you should have just purchased a battering ram and dragged it through the city.
Oh yeah.
That probably
Dude,
would have
so
been
good.
way smarter than what you did.
Although it'd be more obvious, though, you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
it's
what
true.
you've done already was very sneaky and full of subterfuge.
You know, you got me there.
The skeletal beholder just ominously floats into the room, almost making no noise other than the slight clickety clacks of the bone parts moving. Agahast, you are surrounded by fish.
Wrong A.
They said Agahast.
Adelhard.
Adelhard, you are surrounded by fish.
Adelhard was the real villain.
At that time, I did it to myself. That this wasn't, you know, one of the things where you guys made names that are too close together. That was on me.
Nope. I expect all the fish to teleport around Agahast now.
Same. So this one. I have advantage to hit this one.
Yes.
Do I?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I
I
will.
meant to do that, yeah. I definitely thought of that.
I will green flame blade that.
Imagine if I said that.
Ooh, that's a lot. It's a good roll in damage.
Oh, gone.
Yeah. That is turn.
Is Green Flame Blade the one where the spell damage bounces to a nearby enemy?
I think so, yes.
Well, you need to tell me that. You need to show me that. I need to know.
One moment.
Otherwise, it
Because
won't
it never
happen.
actually came to that.
It says on a hit the target suffers the normal effects, and you can cause fire to leap from the target to a
Yeah,
different
so it can
creature
move to the
within
diagonal
Okay.
one if you wanted to.
Yeah, it
Which
can.
would be a plus 3 or 4. What's your spell? What's your int mod?
3.
Okay. Important to remember. I was having this discussion with one of the new Monday characters because there's going to be a new Monday Patreon game, and it was like, what's the point of this feat? And I'm like, well, if you remember to tell me that you have it, things will happen. If you don't, things won't happen. Not in a campaign with like 6/7 player characters or whatever. Sorry, I'm just looking something up. It takes a long time for me to find monsters in the monster menu because I don't know my ABCs. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do, Adelhard?
No, that is turn.
Oh, now it's time for the fish reaction. Live fish reaction.
Oh,
One is going to hit Adelhard with a spear.
shield!
Oh. Okay, what does your AC become with a shield?
20.
It gets a 19. It misses. Really good hit for a
Until
fishman.
shield is until the end of my
Yeah.
until the beginning of next turn.
Yeah, the other fishmen also miss you.
Let's go.
There are the pitter-patter of tiny wet fish feet as they try to chase after snow. And then there's the golem, which is going to temporarily ignore Vincent. And stomp up behind Peep. Yeah.
Okay, this is fine. This is totally fine.
It's gonna hit its first attack. It's gonna roll stinky. It's gonna be 8 bludgeoning.
Okay, still up, still up.
Yeah. It's gonna then make its second attack. It's gonna hit the second attack. It's gonna roll the opposite of stinky. It's gonna be funky fresh. It's gonna do 16 bludgeoning damage.
I'm still up. Barely, but I'm still up.
That's all you need. Speaking of still up, Cinder, you are on the ground, you are prone, but you are alive. You are conscious.
Okay. So Cinder's absolutely terrified right now. And she wants to go away. She's scared. So she's gonna Misty Step over here.
Sure.
And then she's going to use her movement. 10. She's gonna wild shape
Yeah. What into?
into something small. This is
You're gonna go to a corner, and turn into something small, and hide in a corner.
no. She's gonna turn into a Florida swamp cat kitten and
Okay.
Words that are
a
real.
lizard.
Okay.
Oh,
A
okay.
small lizard.
She's going to turn into a lizard
Ew.
and
Florida
climb up
swamp.
Adelhard and dive down into his fucking pocket.
Oh my god.
That might not be the smartest idea. Adelhard has fear and is being surrounded by fish, but sure.
No! That is the best idea. He's closer to the door.
He is closer to the door.
She wants
He
out.
just-
She is terrified. She's like, I've been paralyzed and almost died and I want to leave.
He just kind of tilts his head as he sees Cinder just climb into his uniform.
You probably feel it. It's probably all legs and
Yeah.
Feel like little like goopy gecko feet, like plip, 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 plip.
Oh, no.
Run up the pant leg.
Vincent, you
Cat.
see Cinder. What you see from Cinder is much like a one of those bullshit characters in like a MOBA or something. One of those wizards where they like blink, blink, psh, and just magic happened, and Cinder is like over there and kind of gone.
You see a
You think it's
terrified
good?
rabbit just like fucking off, like no.
Yeah, you.
She like smacks Vincent. Thank you so much and leaves.
Yeah, exactly. Cinder is alive and is now gone. It's now your turn. You are muted right now. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Well, that's not what I had in mind when I woke you up. I'm
That's
gonna heal
called
myself for
role-playing.
15
Yeah.
with lay on hands. I'm gonna touch myself.
Well.
And then I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm gonna go here and just gesture for Snow to throw me my shield.
Yes.
Yeah. The best thing too is it's like Snow is massive. This door. Door is definitely not big enough for Snow. Shield is massive. Shield. He's gonna have to like frisbee it sideways through the doorway. It's gonna be great. Snow,
Okay.
you're up next.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got the big ass shield in one hand, my battle axe in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like, so it'll be rough terrain to get through the door, right?
Yeah, and then there's also Adelhard and Fishman in
Yeah.
there. So you
I
can't
can't really, like,
get
walk
through
over
there
them, right?
unless the door is completely clear at that size. You just can't.
Okay.
You might
Do you
even
have
have a
reach
better.
and can hit one of the fish?
Yeah,
if
do
you
I
get
have
it-
reach? That's
You don't have reach. No, in older editions of D&D, that was a thing. When you got big, you got reach.
yeah.
It's not in 5e.
Okay.
That doesn't.
In that case, so can I get like in the doorway though?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm probably like stooping down, and then
Zoom
he's
down
just
and
gonna-
jab through with the axe. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the battle axe. He just goes like a forehand slash at the one blocking the way, the enemy. He's gonna reckless attack too.
Okay. It'd be neutral.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, there you go.
Fishman takes the hit.
Okay, he already took the 3
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah,
from. Okay,
yeah.
he's still alive.
He
Alright,
is.
in that case, I will smack him again.
Fishman is bisected in half from the top. This is an enchanted axe, so it's a real clean cut too.
Yeah. Could I squeeze through now to like?
No, Adelhard isn't.
here?
That door needs to be completely clear for you. At that size, you can't squeeze through a 5-foot space. You're 16 foot tall.
Okay.
You're just too big. You can't. So you simply can't.
Can I use my other tech to shove Adelhard out of the way, or
There's no way
yank
to shove
Adelhard-
Adelhard. The only if you shove. Well, I guess Cinder is kind of in Adelhard's space right now, so I guess you could shove Adelhard that way.
I really just want. He just wants to go like move Adelhard out of the way. You know, he doesn't want to hurt Adelhard, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a shove action, and Adelhard can willingly accept it and be shoved if that is the situation you guys want to go with it.
In what direction?
Down is the only way this would
Yeah,
work.
like
It has to be
yeah,
down,
to get you
otherwise nothing happens.
No.
Okay, in which case, if you try that, it's going to be contested. Probably going to
So
want
I'm
to go a
gonna
different
try
route.
it. He's like move Adelhard.
Okay. Adelhard, you're going to need an athletics or acrobatics roll then.
I give you acrobatics.
Okay.
Oh shit, that was not supposed to be on advantage.
Oh, it's a wasted 20.
It's a wasted roll. Oh well.
I will have advantage from being enlarged because advantage on
That's
all
true.
strength checks.
Raging.
It's all everything.
Yeah.
All things.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Adelhard.
Adelhard is shoved.
Okay.
Happily
So now
into
can
the
I
wall.
squeeze?
Yeah,
I can
no,
barely
you can.
squeeze through.
You can
Okay,
squeeze
yeah,
through
yeah.
one space, and then there's a fishman in the way.
Can I get through the door still?
No. He is very big right now, and he's squishing you through. He is blocking the space entirely. That's why he had to move you, because there was no way he was
So,
getting
like-
through any other way. Snow is incredibly big right now.
So like I have like a lot of movement left. So you tell me I can't like squeeze to the side and like now that I'm kind of in the room.
You can no, because this one fishman is commandeering that space. And theoretically, you could squish into this space, but he's in the way, so you wouldn't be able to actually get there enough to do that kind
I have
of.
enough movement to get into the room though.
Well, that's like as much in the room as it seems like you can get.
Okay.
And you move like through people and just provoke opportunity?
Can't
Yeah,
move
that's what I
through
mean,
that guy. He's in the way.
You
You could be willing, but the enemy is not.
Isn't there a thing like isn't there a thing like if you're 2 sizes larger than something or someone other than that about moving
I don't
through the
think there
space?
is in traditional D&D, but there might be. There probably was in old D&D, but
Yeah, that's fine then. I guess I'm. I didn't mean to be blocking the way. I'm sorry, Adelhard. All right, well that's fine.
what you can do is the old the rush through move, which is in 5e. It doesn't technically use an action, but only that you really do it once per turn, which is basically a shove where you don't actually move them, you just run through them. Issue is, you would end your turn in their space, which would be illegal.
I do have.
Unless you
I
squish
did-
into that corner, but then like almost all of you is in the wall, which isn't really...
I
the
did
thing.
look it up in the player handbook. It does say you can move through a hostile creature's space only if the creature is at least 2 sizes larger or smaller than you.
Okay.
And it is difficult to write. I'm sorry, I don't want it to be.
No, that is literally looking up the rules to the question you had in the rules. So that's fine.
Yeah.
You still can't stop on their space. Which
that's
still
fine. I have
ends that, you know, you still can't really do anything there.
I have 30 feet of movement. So I think...
Oh, if you're assuming you can get through Vincent because Vincent is willing, then yeah, that's fine.
So then it would be like 10 more. So then I have 25 left. 15 left. And then like that would be, I guess, rough terrain 2. I guess I might be 5. Sure. I don't know. Like, oh god. No, I'm not sure actually. Okay, let's see. Where did I start? I was here.
No, you are there.
Yeah.
Let's just over. There you are.
Okay. Yeah, I
Next.
squeeze through. Barely.
This room also does not have as tall a ceiling as the other one, by the way.
Yeah.
You're fine, but yeah, you're Gandalf in it a little bit. Not all the way, but you only need really tall rooms in your entrance hall, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, there you go.
You got no action. That's it. That's everything.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to shove Adelard out of the way, but yeah.
Well, a shove is an attack. You have 2 attacks a turn.
I already attacked the other one. I cleaved it in half. Oh, wait, actually, did I use both my attacks? Oh, God.
You did. So technically, you couldn't have shoved out hard. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's already done. It's over. Peep, it's your turn.
I'm sorry. That's on me.
Alright, Pete is gonna pop Potion of Greater Healing.
Good.
So, slash 44 plus 4. Okay, average, that's fine.
Yeah.
So it's 15. Can't really do any other healing things. So, Peep is gonna cast Arms of Hadar
Yeah.
at level 1.
Yeah. What does that look like?
Which barely. So, Peep, with this, instead of it being like the dragon punch from last time, Peep is gonna like have brought the axe back, hold it up like above his head, and there's that moment where everything like goes slow, and it's that fucking monologue moment. My name is Pete Morganac. You killed my father, stole my siblings, and ruined my mother. Prepare to die! As a pair of like ethereal dragon wings sprout out, and there's this of energy. It's a shame it's
It's a
piddly
shame
damage,
it does
but
potentially 3 damage. Let me do the show spell.
if they pass the save, it's 1 damage. They take 1 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, and your spell save DC is crappy, so they both save. So they both take 1. They do take 1 necrotic damage each.
It's impressive.
It's the first time spell casting. It happens to a lot of kobolds.
I've used it once before. I beat
I don't remember it being so badass last time.
It was because last time it was more like a dragon like punch against that cold giant, and I actually pushed it back.
I did think you'd done it before, but I didn't remember that description.
Yeah, that was like a thingy, a slightly different one this time. I am then going to. I'll risk the opportunity attack from the golem to move around to the other side.
Okay. It's a big thing to risk an opportunity attack from.
But if I don't, though, I'm wedged between 2 people with advantage.
It
so
absolutely
I'm definitely down. Okay. That's fine.
It's going to be 13 bludgeoning damage.
I'm up. I'm alive on 2.
You are alive. You're alive.
I'm alive. Oh baby. Right. If I use action surge, do I get a bonus action as well, or is it just an action?
It's whatever it says on the ability that's in your sheet.
Yeah. During its second level, you can push up to another limit. On your turn, you can take 1 additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. So does that just mean I get an extra? It sounds like extra action.
You get both.
If I
It just said you have both. You get both.
Okay. I thought the way it was reading, it's like you get another action and then
not
you have your
everyone
bonus.
uses a bonus action all the time. Is I think why it's worded like that.
Right. Well, I am going to use my action surge to second wind.
Yeah.
So that's D10 plus 5. 13. So I
is good.
heal all the way back up.
Yeah.
For to 50. And then
You're literally like just barely healing the damage the golem is doing each turn.
And then 2 swings of the axe. Oh. Come on. That's 1. That's it.
It's a hit. You see a flash of light from Agahas to the golem.
That one's probably a miss.
That one is a miss.
Still,
You
I'm
hit
up and
once.
around.
Yeah. At this point, being up and alive is good.
It's a miracle.
Time for the shark. And the shark isn't actually gonna... The shark's gonna kind of squirm there as the slime it's in kind of rolls. Which, you know, it's maybe not badass for the shark, but it's just the best way to get around, and it's kind of almost guarding that position in the doorway. Agahas themselves. Agahas is even gonna be the villain who does the "with this golem protecting my life force, there's no way your pathetic strikes can harm me," and is gonna do some badass martial arts and miss all their strikes. So you're deflecting, you're parrying, you're moving, you're dodging. The beholder is now in base contact with Snow.
It will have advantage if it attacks me, because I reckless last turn.
Or
is it gonna be me?
It's not gonna. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna attack you.
Oh no.
I think it's gonna beam Vincent.
I also realized I totally forgot. I wanted to drop the shield for Vincent on my turn.
You already. You know,
yeah, I know. I
took
used
2
up
turns
everything.
on your turn.
I'm sorry.
So, though technically you can drop something for free. Maybe we could do that on Vincent's turn though.
I'm gonna use my free interactive to grab it, so just...
Yeah, I can yank it from my hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like you guys know what
I'm
you're
not
doing.
gonna
It's-
If I'm still up and alive, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
I'm actually curious. Wait, so like, how tall is the shield? It's like a full tower
No, I don't
shield
like
now,
Ollie's
right?
face right now. I don't like Ollie's face
the
right
shield
now.
is usually a dragon scale, and I think we described it as like it's kind of big for a shield on Vincent, like a regular human, right? So like it's probably a good 5 foot tip to tip, probably even maybe longer. So.
But luckily, Channel Divinity is in, so...
Yeah,
Vincent
with your
is
channel
BK.
divinity, not even gonna give you any penalties. However, I am gonna need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, that's bad.
It is
That's
bad.
a bad one!
It's
Oh,
a bad
yes!
one.
22.
Ooh.
Let's go.
You completely resist.
Let's
There is
go.
a sharp beam of green that goes through, and it's actually gonna hit this brazier, and the whole metal brazier just into molten goo.
Being that close to my shield, I just instinctively roll around and tuck myself behind it.
Yeah! Alright. That's the moment. Exactly. There we go. Now you have your shield. Awesome. Adelhard.
Okay, so Cinder is on me somewhere. Got it?
Cinder is
Cinder has-
essentially in your inventory right now. I will consider it being tiny size. I'm going to allow you to essentially carry Cinder around.
That's good. Okay, I'm going to use my movement and
Ian, don't give bad ideas.
provoke here. That's 15 feet.
Yeah, if you're gonna squirm into someone's inventory, you should at least expect to be used. Wait, strike that.
I'm going to use...
She's not Verum.
Invisibility. I'm going to
Okay.
cast invisibility. Cinder turns invisible with me because Cinder's in my inventory.
No, Cinder is a person. You have to cast it higher
No,
level.
everything carrying.
Yeah, but you're carrying another character. Doesn't
Okay, I
count
cast
that
on
way.
third level.
Yeah.
Cast on third.
It would have been a good meme.
Oh, Ollie's frozen.
Oh,
No, you're frozen. Yeah, it would have been a good meme, but no, I would demand it being card at third level. But if you cast
I
it third
mean,
level
if
to get
she's
you
a
roasted,
dead
it's
body, then she counts as an object.
yes. Well,
Just saying.
kill
I
Cinder and
even
bring him back
think
to life later, you know?
think that would be. I probably wouldn't allow you to cast invisibility and hold a corpse up. But I guess it depends on how big the corpse is. However,
She's a
Cinder is not a corpse right now. Cinder is a gecko, but a tiny gecko with immense magical power, and therefore you must channel more Arcana into the invisibility spell. But you can both be booped into invisibility. That's totally fine.
Okay, and then I will. There's a shark in the way.
You are invisible though, so it can't opportunity attack you.
No, this depends on whether the shark has blind sight or not.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's better just a shark.
It's a shark riding a slime.
Okay, wait.
As long as you
One,
don't get in the
two.
slime with it, it won't be able to sense you.
Yeah.
I'm ending my movement here.
You are gonna get bitten by the shark.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I'm gonna rule the shark can't see you, the slime can, because the shark is a shark, but the slime the shark is in does have blind sight.
Oh, of
Shark is
course.
my new favorite.
It
character.
splashes in your direction and
Of course it does.
doesn't hit. Hey, I
Oh.
mean, blind sight
Let's
exists
go.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Next is Fish. Fish can't see Adelhard or Cinder. Fish can see Vincent. Fish can see Snow. Snow is way more scarier than Vincent. So it's going to go in close and attack.
Yeah.
Can the shark's name be Bruce?
Isn't that the shark from?
I hate it, but yes.
Finding Nemo?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be jabbed by a spear, Snow, for 6 piercing.
Okay, that's fine. It becomes 3, so that's all right.
It's true, raging.
Yeah.
The golem gonna twist its top torso around and then follow its legs and come
Oh,
over the
yeah.
head.
Here we go.
Come over to
Listen.
kaiju battle. Yeah,
Oh,
we know what you
I got a
want.
plan. Don't worry.
It's gonna try
Those plans always go well.
to.
Really?
It will have advantage too. Oh,
Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
frozen. I was just thinking. It's gonna crit.
yeah. I should be
Uh,
fine.
Yeah, sure, you'll be fine. It's gonna be 17 bludgeoning damage, which isn't that bad.
Oh, that's not
And then it's
bad.
gonna follow
Yeah.
that up by trying to knock you prone.
Okay. I didn't even make a strength
Oh.
saving throw.
No, it's not going to do that because the initiative doesn't work out for that. Okay, it's going to just attack you,
Okay.
which is going to hit.
Okay.
But it's not great.
And
It's going to be 15 bludgeoning on that one.
Okay. I'm visibly wounded now. Just now, though, so I'm doing better than most of the others, I think.
You guys are doing fine. You guys, you beat every martial situation that I've thrown your way so far. Why would this one be any different? Cinder.
I'm a gecko.
If you want to spend your turn blepping and sitting around, that's fine.
I'm gonna pull some shenanigans.
Oh no.
Pocket druid.
You're invisible. You can't do that much.
Well, you can do stuff.
Because
you just
if you
won't be
do
invisible
it-
anymore.
Yeah.
Your
Does-
invisibility will
I
stay
don't
out.
have a second, third level.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
no,
but-
so
but Adelhard will
I
stay
may
out.
not pull shenanigans. My question is, will bringing my druidic wild companion familiar thing out of its little existence area, would that take up any sort of magical action or cause the invisibility to drop? Is
I
that
have no
considered a
idea what
spell?
you're talking about. But if it's an action, it would drop your invisibility, yes.
Okay, then she's not gonna do it. All right. She's going to spend her turn keeping an eye out for dangers for Adelhard.
So your head is poking out of Adelhard's pocket at this point.
Yeah, but she's invisible, so
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah. Little gecko head's just poking up, and she's just like,
Yeah. We're both invisible, and because the spell was cast together, like, you two could still see each other, but, you know.
and like if she sees something, she's just gonna pat him on the face with her little gecko feet.
Oh boy.
Okay. Vincent.
I am going to reach up, snatch my shield as my free interact, reach out my other hand, and just start charging that shield up to blast this beholder in the face with a guiding bolt at level 2.
Beholder. That's a hit and a lot of damage.
And it glows until the beginning of my next turn, so anything that attacks it has advantage on it.
Yeah.
And then I think that's all I can do because I don't think I have any bonus actions.
I mean, it's a massive strike on the skeletal beholder. The whole thing is rocked by the silver magic. It even kind of bumps the back of the skull against the wall. It kind of flies like an ungainly fly, to be fair. So
That's my turn.
okay, Snow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
What are you doing today, Snow? What do you got?
Yeah.
For me? You are surrounded by nearly all the enemies. You got the beholder,
Yeah.
which is got guiding bolt on it. You got the golem, which is protecting Agahast, and you've got a single fishman.
Hold on. I just want to look at something real quick. I already was... Oh no. Could you give that little ball a 20-foot radius so I can visualize things? I don't think I can edit the token.
What ball? Oh, no, it's not a real token. But I can.
Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure if that's probably why it wouldn't let me.
No. Yeah, those are... Doodles are not tokens, but if you do doodle tokens, that's totally okay. But if you wanna buy my token sets on Roll20, just look up my name. There's plenty, everything here you could purchase.
Okay, so I'm...
Other than the shark.
I'm just
the shark is
looking.
not mine.
So the radius of a fireball is 20 feet.
Yes.
So I was already measuring. This would hit...
It would
all
hit
three of these
everyone,
guys.
including yourself.
Including
But
me,
it,
but it
won't
wouldn't hit
Pete
Peep.
or Vincent.
Or
the
Vincent.
Fishman. But it would hit everything
And that's only like
else.
15 feet. He should be able to hit that without like making a check, right?
Yeah,
Like-
you can. You don't aim. Like, there's no roll
there's
to
no-
aim
okay.
fireball. You just hit it and people react to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing it then. Snow grabs the entire armband off of his arm. And he looks over to Peep and then back to Vincent. He says, "If your dragon god or goddess is really real, I hope they save me." And he's throwing the entire thing of 6 fireball marbles right on the ground there.
You don't
That-
want to be saved.
That's going to be 13d8 fire damage if they pass the save.
It's bigger than that. It's a lot of them. All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna need you to roll that 13d8.
yeah. Yeah, I don't actually. I don't remember what the say. Oh, it's DC
It's Dex.
15.
It's Dex. It's DC 15 Dex. So
Mhm.
roll the dice,
Oh, God.
then do a save, and I'll do the saves for everyone
Okay.
else.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. 43 points
And,
of fire damage.
Let me roll my.
You roll yours.
I think I. Oh.
You do have
Dexterity
advantage. You have advantage
I
on
do have
danger you
advantage.
can see coming, and
Okay,
you
well.
created this danger.
Yeah.
Therefore-
It's the most. Okay,
You also
well,
you get +2 because I'm within 10 feet
Oh,
of you.
okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Let's see. It might not be enough though.
11.
That's not enough, so that's still a failure. Okay, you
Yeah.
throw the entire armlet of fireballs down. Each of those fireballs start to pop and unleash flame into the room. There is a wave of hot air. Even if you aren't in the radius, you feel it. You feel the eruption. You, the beholder, the golem, you're going to take full damage of that 43 fire. It doesn't defeat any of them. Agahast does save. All of the damage he takes is shifted over to the golem, which means the golem takes even more. And Snow, you are currently dying on the ground from the strike.
Yeah, I needed to save it. Oh no.
Shrinking you back now.
So
Oh,
the golem
God.
just took like 64 damage and is still up.
You guys hadn't
Is
really
it-
hit it yet.
Is it visibly wounded at least?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Okay.
Trust me. It and the boulder are fucked up. Like
good,
the
that's good at
entire
least.
like one whole side of the golem is. I mean, I don't even know what happens if you melt jade, but that's what's happening on one side of it. The beholder has kind of fractured all on one side because it's bone, and that's all kind of become blackened, and the jaw is just hanging slackly underneath it. Agahast is actually completely unharmed, but because all of the damage went to the golem instead. I actually think that is such a good moment. This can be where we take our halftime break, and we'll come back to Peep's turn afterwards. Well, you know, sometimes you got to do those plans.
Yeah. Snow has no regrets. He knew he'd probably die.
It was a massive damage injection. To be fair, even if you rolled higher, it would have been even more crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in kind of around 7 minutes, probably. See you then. It is your turn.
Peep is going to. God, how am I gonna get myself out of this one? I've used so many resources. Alright. Bonus action to Fighting Spirit. Get me those 5 temp HP points. And then with advantage, smack this piece of shit around the chops of the battle axe.
First one's a
one
hit.
hit
Second
again.
one is a miss.
It's just a miss. Oh, it's frustrating. But yeah, that's all I can do. So end of Peep's turn.
Yep. I'm writing things down on paper. Shark! Shark doesn't know what's going on. The slime that the shark is in does, and is going to again try. Also, Adelard, do you want to give me like 3 wisdom saves against the fear, because it's been a bunch of turns and we keep forgetting to do it?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. I don't remember. I never remember that one would have failed.
2,
Failed.
3.
Passed. Okay, you're not scared of the beholder anymore.
Okay, cool.
Congratulations. I want the one where you're still invisible, but you are not scared. And then the slime that the shark is in, kind of in a bubble, is going to attack in your direction. But it's gonna, again, completely miss. Like, you are invisible. You are still in an active combat situation. You know, you're still moving deftly, dodging, moving, shifting.
Yeah.
It's a really big slime with a shark in it, but it's still a slime. It is
Also
attacking
not
messily. You could dodge. Agahast, kind of raises their head after dodging and deflecting and trying to duck down from the fire, and sees, you know, everything in the room is burning right now, right? Everything is burning. Because even if things that weren't hit by the fireball spread, you know, with heat in the room. And he's furious. And he is going to...
I ruined his day at the very least.
He also looks, you know, slightly at the end of his... not just his patience, but almost the end of his confidence as well. Obviously, as things are gradually, very quickly becoming out of hand. So he is going to attack Pete twice.
Oh, they're now going out.
Yeah, he had everything in control beforehand.
There does not agree.
Misses the first attack, hits the second. It is a crit. For 13 bludgeoning damage on Pete.
Still up. I'm still up.
It was so quick, so ready.
Still alive. I'm still okay.
If the beholder were not an undead automaton, it would probably bite snow on the ground. But it is. So it's not going to do that. It is going to shoot an eye beam at Vincent. Vincent, give me a dex saving throw. You are muted.
Hey, Ollie, while
I get
that's
another-
happening, the cameras are fucked up.
That's an 8.
Someone fucked up the cameras. Well,
Actually, technically it's a 9, sorry. But
yeah.
that's a 9.
Well, we'll deal with that in a second. Someone moved the cameras around when we were on break.
Yeah.
Gotta work out
You
how
just
to
drag
do
it
it.
Zoom, right?
Yeah, I know, but I gotta work out where they gotta go.
Yeah.
Just switch me and AJ.
Okay. Whoop. There we go. This is why you don't turn your cameras off. ever.
I don't think any cameras got turned off. I think it just worked.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it on its own. These are perfect machines. These do not have the inadequacies of flesh. Okay, speaking of, you failed your save.
I too like the mechanicus.
You failed your save against the disintegration ray. So I'm gonna roll the dice, and we're gonna see if it drops you to 0.
Oh no.
And if it does, you're muted, by the way, as you try to taunt me.
Dollars or donuts, it does.
It's you don't have a lot of health. And it's a lot of
What's
dice.
your
This would be a great time for Bahamut to come say hi.
Oh no, yeah.
What is this, a crossover episode? I haven't even finished. There are so many 10s on these D10s.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm toast.
You are.
If there's more than 3 of them, I'm toast.
It got 4 10s.
I'm done.
Yeah. And then any
Oh,
other,
no.
so it's 50 damage. It's 50 force damage.
That would have dropped me to 0 if I was full health.
Vincent, in that moment, is struck by the bright green light from the beholder's skeletal rays, and Vincent, including arms, armor, drops and turns into a fine grey powder on the ground.
Can I say something before it happens?
Yeah.
I don't want to go. So as it strikes him, you just see tears well up in his eyes, and he just looks out into the distance and he goes, "There you are. Now I'm home." And then he just crumbles.
And I will say that, partly due to the enlargement, which is fading, the silver dragon scale does survive and drops to the ground, kind of beside the pile. Okay. Adelhard, you are next.
Disengage from the slime. These fishermen don't know I'm here, right?
No, they don't.
cannot see.
They don't have blind sight. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Wait, and I have one more field of movement.
That's assuming you're not dashing or anything, right? Oh, no, you disengage, that's right.
No, I disengaged,
Yeah.
so the slime doesn't get me.
Yep. This is,
This is turn.
I mean, Peep, you see that. Snow is on the ground unconscious. The fishman kind of goes to get ready in case Snow wakes up, and the guardian golem in all of its nearly molten state just slowly slogs back towards you. Cinder, you are still with Adelhard. Still diminutive, still shrunken. Both of you.
Does
visible.
Cinder see that happen too? Can she see
Yeah,
that from where I'm at?
yeah. You see everything.
She just sees that. She starts smacking fucking Adelhard on the face like we gotta go.
The little gecko is like,
Look how shit. Smacking the shit out of his face. We gotta go.
His face has taken enough damage.
She's a gecko. It's like being smacked by a piece of jello. It's just like.
Snow, roll me a death
Yeah.
save.
I like to think that as Snow was falling, he like reached towards Vincent to help, and then, but he probably passed out before he even saw it. But it's just like a moment of irony.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
We were talking about if you could
yeah.
roll a 20 during the break.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I mean, it's a 1 in 20 chance that it could happen. Okay, where's the button? There it is.
Good.
It's not though.
It was one away. Well, okay, I'm one step towards stabilizing,
You
but
are that's one
I am
point of
still
life.
still bleeding out, burning up, whatever.
Peep, you know, you're also at the end of your tether. You see all of this happen. You, while every villain in the room is damaged, there's a lot more to go. What do you do?
Micah, you scaled bitch, you better make this right! As Peep goes in for a swing on Adahas, it's gonna be... Take me! Bring them back! Take me! Go for the swing.
Okay. Yeah!
Let's go.
Yeah! In that moment, you hit Agahast, and you see an amulet just shatter, and the golem beside just completely falls apart into pieces, and he looks terrified.
Second one. Come on, can I?
It's a hit.
It's a hit! It's a hit! It's a big hit. He's got a lot more meat left in him, but he is, as according to the rules, he has switched from his confident stance to his coward stance. That's how badly you fucked him up. He is gonna be running. And you could tell. You could see it in his eyes. You could see it in his smile.
What's the shark doing?
What is
Shark-
Bruce doing? That is the important
shark
question.
Is rolling kind of back the way it went a little bit.
Goodbye, Bruce.
Agahast is going to disengage and run.
Disengage means I can't get an opportunity, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
But it means it doesn't run as fast. Yeah, that's as far as he can go. And he does kind of frantically prepare the pistol to fire back at you if you do follow him. But he's running. Let's just see which eye ray fires at Peep now, I guess.
Oh no! What if it was
Micah's
also
gonna get her
just a great-
vengeance. For being
Constitution
called
saving throw.
Okay.
I do thingy. I am thingy in that. I don't have any bonuses, but I am proficient in
There we go. It's
Constitution.
just all the words are disappearing. As...
You
I
don't
am not
ever
proficient.
say that. You don't ever say
You see Agahast start to run, and you know every part of you wants to chase, and then your legs are suddenly unable to move, and neither is the rest of you, as you are paralyzed in place.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say petrification.
As you are turned into goo.
No.
It's even worse.
Yes.
Adelhard, you probably heard the sound of the golems, shattering and the arcane magic exploding from it. There's an awful lot less sounds of combat than there were half a minute ago.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to wait. Where's I can't see the map. The map is being real. Huh?
Either you probably just need to reload roll 20. That is always the answer to such things. I haven't changed anything, and then have you changed something? I don't know how you did it. Because I reload it. And
Abril
zoom
is
out.
going to be mildly disappointed that Vincent is dead.
There you go, Zach. If you wanted to know how important your character was, there's going to be some mild disappointment.
Hey, that's a lot for Sabril.
I know, we know.
How
kind of-
can I? Oh, right, okay.
He kind
So the
of
fishman
like it.
can't see me, right?
They do not seem to be able to see you right now. That said, you are invisible, not ethereal.
Yeah.
It is possible for them to hunt you down, but they also don't necessarily know you're there running around.
Okay, so I'm going to dash. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then just.
Why are you moving? Oh yeah, I was gonna say you're not moving.
It is just the way out.
Yes, yeah, that is the way out. This is the way you walked in. This is where the aquariums was. There's a big shadowed area. There's fish all over the floor, like actual fish flopping around because there's the aquarium shattered.
Let us turn.
Okay. You can see that there are citizens outside the door with familiar haze that you are aware of people being controlled by the Quicksilver Nexus in response to crisis and disaster. So, you are, familiar at a glance what is happening here. They're not necessarily going to attack you or anything.
Okay.
Okay, next is Cinder. Actually. You are muted.
Cinder is just happily staying right the fuck where she is on Vincent, or no, not Vincent, Adelhard. She does not want to be on Vincent.
Snow, can you roll me a death save, please?
Let's see.
Let's go!
You wake up instantly. You are on the ground. You can see Agahas trying to rush past you. You can see Peep unable to move. You, in a quick glance around, cannot see Vincent. What do? You have your turn. You have 1 HP.
Shit. Yeah, he looks around for Vincent, doesn't see anything, probably doesn't put together what happened.
No.
Oh god. Okay, so there's this fish guy. Is this guy fish guy? Does he look injured?
No. They're fairly weak though. But no, he's not hit.
I could use my movement to like move to here without taking it. Okay. So oh god. God damn it. Okay. He's going to just he literally has one more rage too. He sees that things have gone to hell. Or at least assumes, because he can't see Vincent. Adelhar's out here. Peep is clearly wounded and also like paralyzed in place. Snow is like oh jeez. Kind of gasping for breath, like barely standing, and he's like Peep, save yourself to fight another day. And he picks up his battle axe. He's gonna do one swing at the fish man.
Yeah.
Reckless attack anyways, it doesn't matter because he's gonna it doesn't matter, he's gonna go down with 1 hit no matter what. So reckless attack the fish guy. Where is that? Sorry. Okay.
It's a hit and he actually goes down.
Okay. Just like lops its head off. And then he like turns to Agahas. He says, if it's the last thing I'll do, I'll try to help my friends. And he's just going to smack at Agahas and let out like a roar in the meanwhile, trying to draw the attention of the beholder. He wants the beholder to focus on him. All right, and here comes the attack at Agahast.
It's a hit.
Damage.
It's not the highest damage, but it is a hit, and he's got no more shenanigans to avoid it. But he does take the hit.
And he also is gonna have to disengage if he wants to get away from me or kill me. But anyway, that's it for me.
Gonna need a Constitution save at the end of your turn, Pete.
Yeah.
You see all this happening.
Right. Yep. Come on.
That's true. Snow would see the shield, so he's probably starting to put together.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things you could work it out, but in that instant you probably don't. But yeah.
I'm guessing that's
Yep, you
not...
are still frozen in place. Bruce the Shark is not currently doing anything. You know, they live a very simple life. Nothing to eat, you know. The question is, does Agahast, like, jab Snow on the way out, or does he just try to run? Snow is a big target, and Snow is in the way, so he is gonna try. This is using his action, so of course if he misses, he's gonna be shit out of luck.
We'll have advantage, though.
Oh! Thank you!
Yeah. Fair is fair.
He's gonna hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me a dexterity saving throw. This attack doesn't do damage immediately. He is no longer he's in his coward stance. He's not attacking like how he was before. So give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Would this work? Because it says it's against effects I can see.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
You see the attack coming.
Okay. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah. You take no damage, but he does instantly move as he does it. He actually will throw the like chairs on the table, kind of in your on the ground, kind of in your direction, as he's kind of stumbling around. And you see, as he's running, he points the gun back towards Peep, and he's gonna take a shot.
Oh no.
I actually need to check the range to see whether he has disadvantage. He does. So the bullet just into the wall, and then Agahast is going to keep running, and he is going to provoke opportunity attacks.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna try to smack him. I can't remember. Do I still have advantage from reckless attack? Let me check.
No, this isn't your turn anymore.
Oh no. Yeah, you're right. It's only this turn. So yep. And it's not my turn anymore. Okay. Just normal then. Come on. Just some more damage.
It's a hit.
To him.
It is a hit. He's limping. You get him in the like back of the leg as he's going, and he clutches and he goes and kind of does the pulling, limping walk through the doorway. But he's still up.
And it's the beholder. Oh no!
It is the beholder that is going to do an eye ray at Snow.
Watch it be disintegration.
It's not disintegration. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god. Okay. I'm good at those. That's nice.
That's what Peep said.
Oh shit! You're right. I jinxed it.
Okay, no, that's still good. This is an innovation ray. You're going to take half damage.
Oh god.
Which one is that?
Wait, you're going to take half damage. It's going to be more than one. You're going down, but
I'm going down.
You're not being disintegrated, at the very least.
Yeah, I'm not disintegrated at least, but I'm down again.
You're not that kind of down.
Oh yeah. Here, let me. I'll put this.
We do the Sean Bean one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay. Adelhard?
I'm going to dash again. All my movement up here. And that is turn.
Okay. Cinder? Still same, still piecing
Still
out.
panic mode, Gecko.
Okay. Snow? Death saves?
Oh yeah. Okay. Come on. It couldn't be.
Not
I can do it.
Come on.
I mean, that would be...
Oh, so close! Snow is like in every ounce of his being struggling. Oh, jeez.
Peep, can you give me at the end of your turn a Constitution saving throw?
Oh
You
no!
are still paralyzed. If anyone's wondering, Bruce the Shark, still chilling. And Agahast
I am wondering.
Get away!
I stand Bruce the Shark.
Not like this. Not like this. Mikey, come on.
You would actually see and hear Adelhard, Agahast, stumbling through into the great hallway. He's tracking a ton of blood. He's throwing his guards out of the way, just you know, batting them with his limbs. And then the Undead Beholder is going to shoot an eye ray at Peep. You already paralyzed. It doesn't do anything. Adelhard, it's your turn. Actually, this also.
Okay. So. Dash. All the
You're
way
gonna
up
dash.
there.
You can see him. You can see him running, bleeding. You're still gonna run?
He's running.
I guess you are invisible. I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
So
that's-
would drop your invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The next turn will be off the map.
Okay. Cinder still the same. Alright, Snow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were there.
Come on, not 20.
Oh, but still a point of life at the
Still
end of your turn.
successes.
The end of your turn, Constitution save from Peep.
I've had both.
Oh,
That's gotta be enough.
You're no longer paralyzed, but it's the end of your
end
turn.
of my turn. Yeah. Oh.
Agahast is going to keep running with Adelhard and Cinder not, fighting him. He's got free reign to run, and if you want that to be the case, and you're literally, no matter what happens, you're never entering the combat again. Yes, at this point, Adelhard and Cinder are out of the combat.
Off the map.
Okay.
Thunder one.
He's going to HQ.
Okay.
To get the castle battering ram for round 2.
No, he's not going to your HQ. He's going to his
He's going
HQ.
to his.
Snow, give me a death save.
Okay.
There's a point of life. You are conscious. You're still struggling. So, Peep, when you finally regain control of your limbs, you can see that Snow is still struggling on the ground. There's no sign of Agahast. You saw him run cleanly out of the room.
Peep is going to dash and try to catch up to Agahast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm gonna have to pay attention to the stream screen right now because I don't see the map.
That's what happens when you run away.
Yep.
I don't think I can do anything else to move faster. I think that's just
You
it.
can't. I mean, he's had a lot of time on you.
He has. I just need to see him. I just need to see him.
And you know what, actually, because of the inevitability of some of these things, I'm actually going to whip us out of the battle map. So, we're going to go to the chat here for a second. Snow, can you give me another death save?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
you are stable. You
Yep.
keep running after Agahast, and eventually, Peep, when you get to near his front door, you see Agahast being grabbed by seemingly just civilians. He is struggling, but he has lost a lot of blood. He's starting to go pale. They look like they're about to drag him away.
I'm fucking running up like, stop! Stop!
They don't. The people, the 4 people around Agahast do not, they seem to acknowledge your presence, but they don't stop what they're doing. They don't speak to you. They don't do anything. They just keep trying to pull him away. But he's not. They don't have. It's much slower than
I run and grab on the back of his shirt and pull back. Stop now!
The stop of the Agahast shirt or one of the people pulling him?
Him, and if they don't stop moving, one of them.
No, they are going to ready their weapons at you. Well, they're gonna.
Oh,
They actually
no.
the closest one to you is going to turn and is going to say, "There has been a civil disturbance. Please do not interfere. By order of the Moon Queen."
Part of that disturbance. This fucker took my siblings. He killed my father.
Prepare to die.
Are you gonna do anything? They're not gonna. They're not stopping for you, really. It looks like they might actually go to try and arrest you. You have that moment where you could get an attack on Agahas, who is bleeding out in their arms right now.
Peeps really caught. Peeps gonna turn around.
Okay. They, all vaccines being controlled by the Quicksilver Nexus to become civil police. They do let you do so. They let you step away. And I imagine you can go inside and find Snow, who is stable, and probably get him back up. I imagine. Is that your next?
Yeah. Once the red mist descend, like once it passes.
I imagine you give Snow a potion or whatever. You can wake Snow up. It has at this point been a few minutes. Snow waking up. There's only people in the room. A lot of blood.
Snow would like stagger up and be like, "Vincent," looking at the shield on the ground.
People just point to the pile of dust and ash.
Snow just looks at it and then just nods, and he'll pick up the shield. We should get out of here. Sorry.
I wasn't strong enough. Again, I wasn't strong enough.
Deep, your enemy, he cowered in fear before you.
But he's still alive. And Vincent's dead. And I don't know where Adelhard and Cinder went.
Let's just, if we get back to somewhere safe, there's always another fight.
You're right. I'm gonna get up. I'm assuming lying around somewhere there was that silk pouch with the 1,000 gold in it.
Oh, yeah.
That was the...
Yeah. That's funny when the DM doesn't remember that, but yeah, the players... Quill's like, there's gold on that table. I'm not forgetting
Quill's
that.
like, that's my money.
Peep's gonna
That's my shit right there.
Peep's gonna undo the string and just fucking empty out the gold onto the floor and collect as much of the dust of Vincent as possible.
Yeah.
Aw.
Snow will help as best he can.
Yeah, it's relatively easy to do, and get it all into the what's it. And I imagine someone picks up the shield.
Yeah, I pick up the shield.
Then what's the next move for you two?
What else? Well...
No, for those two. They're still in a
Oh,
scene.
for those two?
You guys I'm coming to in a second. These guys who haven't finished their scene are gonna go first.
Snow would look at Peep and say, "Should we head back to the castle?"
That's probably the best place to go.
Okay. And I honestly imagine we just like hop out one of the windows that got blown out, because like we don't want to go through that aquarium. Like Snow's like thinking about that shark. He's like
Thinking about the shark.
That's probably a good idea.
Bruce.
I would allow. Yeah. I mean, I know. I know Ori's thinking about Bruce at the very least. Okay. Adelhard / Cinder Adelhard, are you going to Dad?
Going to Dad, to Navy HQ.
You're going to Navy HQ, not your dad's house.
Well, he's probably working.
You make a very valid point about your father. Yes. You can very determinedly, but in some degree half stumble through the streets of Velheim to the Navy District and in to the Navy headquarters, the tightly packed, well-designed castles on the edge of the water, designed to protect from the sea, of course, and lead operations. You are not questioned why you're there. You look like you belong, although some might question why you do appear to be injured. Although I guess Adelhard kind of always seems injured, so maybe there's some of a pass on that. And they don't seem to necessarily notice the gecko, who is still a gecko, because that wild shape has time on it. Enough time to get all the way there, at least. You can go to your father's office, the office of Grand Admiral von Dorn.
He's gonna give it a knock.
He will. That you would hear the stoic. You may enter.
He enters.
In a, of course, wood-paneled office with a fireplace and a very thick barricaded window that overlooks the sea, because they're not going to risk a structural insecurity in return for a simple window. Sitting at a desk with a bottle of whiskey neatly prepared and 2 glasses on the other side, nothing in it, as well as all these books and everything very neatly laid out, is Grand Admiral von Dorn. There is no familiarization because Adelhard is adopted. Grand Admiral von Dorn is human. He is actually nearly the same age as Vincent, but he looks very good for his age. He's still got color to his hair. His hair is still jet black, very neatly kept. Quite a strong, not overly sharp, but sharp features, wearing a uniform that is like Adelhard's, not with the magical decoration, but decoration due to absolute supreme rank. You do see the slightest look of concern in your father's eyes, Adelhard, because you are not meant to be here. But it is working hours, so it doesn't go beyond a look as he starts to ask what's happened. We don't necessarily need to roleplay this whole thing, but do you want to start to explain the situation to him? Or we can roleplay it if you want, it's up to you. It's a lot to explain in a short time.
It is a lot to explain.
It's campaign epilogue time. Yes, Cinder's wild shape probably will run out. Is this you explain what's happened?
He would actually pull the lizard out and.
The lizard's fucking
he holds out a
shaking.
hand. So do not question this. It makes sense, somewhat.
Fucking shaking lizard just pokes back into a cinder.
And then I imagine the two of you explain what happened.
Yes.
Your father listens. Grand Admiral von Dorn listens stoically, quietly. Doesn't interrupt or interject or even ask more probing questions, because you know how to explain something like this to him.
Yes. And he will be thorough.
When the story is done, there is a slight wrinkle of concern, perhaps, on Grand Admiral von Dorn's face. It's actually an expression you've never really seen him have, especially when talking to you before. It's not quite concern. You don't necessarily know what it is. Well, then I have 2 questions. What is the next course of action about this loan shark, who is clearly a criminal? And next, what of the compatriots you were sharing the battlefield with? What of the rest of them?
Don't know where they went.
I could find them, but the one, he's kind of just, when the thing went and it went poof, he's dead. So there's like just a pile of dust on the ground. But the other two probably went back to the floaty fly house thing. I don't know.
Well then, we reconsolidate. Care for the Dead occurs when the mission is done. And he will stand as well. Will you actually do what your father suggests and look for them, or will you object to that?
He will, yes.
Cinder's just got like a hand clinging to the jacket of Aluhard, just like she's still scared.
Aww.
She's like, I want to go home to my boss.
Peep and Snow.
Like...
Yeah, Peep and Snow, when you go to the tower, it is not where you parked it. It is not there.
God damn it.
That's worrying.
Okay, I'm ready.
Snow looks at Pete like where both of us are almost dead.
You've limped, struggled through the street. You've been a sight. You're bleeding. You're probably there's maybe even tears. You go to the area of Valheim where you stashed your ship, and it is not there.
Where is it?
I don't know. Maybe Goldie moved it.
But why would Goldie move it? I mean...
You remember what I told you about that battering ram? Maybe Goldie was suspicious and moved.
Maybe.
Either way, we need to get some rest.
We do. Regardless of anything else.
We can figure out what's going on. We should try to find it someplace subtle.
It's just wherever's nearest. I don't want to walk too far.
Snow nods, and yeah, I guess we'll try to find the nearest inn.
It's while you're stumbling through the streets that you notice, there are a lot of Navy patrols on the streets. All these folk in uniforms similar to Adelhard, and when one of them finds you, word is sent, and Adelhard and Cinder will be sent your way, along with Grand Admiral Von Dorn, who is getting reports from all of these, almost faceless Navy men who are coming to tell him occasionally a letter. Like, all of this is happening because he's sent people out. You would just be in the street, where you two looking like absolute shit, having been through all this fight, and Cinder and Adelhard looking relatively better, all things considered.
Adelhard had time to clean himself up. He won't have.
Yeah, let's look for these dying people. I'm just gonna take time.
Cinder's just covered in glitter.
Yeah.
Because she got hit hard several times.
Cinder still looks like
Oh no, you're putting glitter in the office.
There forever.
Never getting out.
There forever.
That is a super valid point. But you are reunited via the Navy. while is there anything you guys immediately say to each other? After all, they full on abandoned you.
No doesn't say anything. He just has a distant look in his eyes.
Where did you go?
To fetch reinforcements, because we clearly could not handle this ourselves.
We nearly did.
No,
I was
we didn't.
this close. I was this close.
No, you endanger. Vincent died, and then he almost died. I thought he was dead. I've never been that close to being dead because I usually get away. I'm scared. We got in there. We didn't know what we were getting into. We thought it was just going to be him, but then he had the big spooky thing with all the eyes and the big spooky rays that killed Vincent. And it hurt you and it hurt me. And we needed to go and we needed to leave. And Adelhard went and got help. You run away. No. And she like smacks her hand on her. Like Cinder's getting irritated now, which
Grand
is rare.
Admiral Von Dorn clears his throat with the power of a father. And
Cinder
does
doesn't know what that is.
Exactly, terrifying.
Dead.
He steps forward and addresses the kobold, the Grand Admiral of the Velheim Navy, addressing a kobold, and he doesn't like kneel or anything, but he has his hands behind his back and says, I humbly apologize for my son abandoning you on the battlefield. It is not how he was trained, and it was a mistake, even if it may have seemed like a good course of action at the time.
Thank you. Just if we'd all been there, people to hold the bag of ashes. I nearly had him. Just if I'd been a bit stronger or a bit faster, then I could have done it.
But we have him. I have seen Agahas get arrested.
He's arrested, but
Cinder's gonna put her hands
That
on
means
Peep's face.
we have him.
She's got Peep's face between her hands, almost eye level with him. You run away to fight another day. You don't always have to be better or stronger or faster and fight everybody all by yourself. You whittle them down one by one until their sanity is gone and there's nothing left, and that's when you take them. And he's in jail, so we can easily do that. I mean, I can get you in there without this fancy. She says it really quiet without the admiral thing.
what are you gonna do to him?
Is that to the Admiral?
Yeah.
I do not have him. The Moon Queen's people have him arrested. He is likely being taken to their palace. This individual was not on any of our radars. The Queen will likely want a full investigation, and she is not often parlayed with, even by us, to negotiate such things. But you may try.
Look up at Snow and then around to Adelhard and Cinder. And that's what we're gonna do, right?
Okay.
We're gonna try and get in?
After we rest.
I mean, I think it's probably a good idea to go ahead and try and do it now, because if we let them go, who knows where they're gonna take him.
If you want to rest now, that's fine. I'll keep going.
If you keep going, I'll keep going. But we should try to talk to them first.
Cinder's gonna touch Snow and Peep and do a cure wounds.
Oh, wouldn't that cure wounds have been useful, like, 15 minutes ago?
The first one's Peep.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Snow.
She had to go.
Snow remembers something. He's like, "Oh, also, we lost the tower."
Hmm?
The
How
tower.
do you use a giant floating sun elf tower?
It's not where we parked it.
Either
Oh,
Goldie's moved it and
just
not
kind of
said
face
anything,
palms.
or look up at
Can-
Snow.
What did you do for the
I-
tower to get discovered?
I
If it is a sun elven tower, it is likely in the Moon Queen's palace.
So 2 reasons to go.
She
yes,
stole the house.
Adelhard will look at his father and is like, is Lord Sabriel still with the Moon Queen? He mentioned he was going to speak with her.
Based on the expression upon Lord Sabriel's face when he delivered your letter to me personally, yes, he likely is still in negotiations with the Moon Queen, and they likely would take quite some time. And he
Then
just
let's
kind
go.
of motions his hand towards the Moon Elven Tower on the horizon, starting to glimmer with
Yeah.
the rising moon.
I say we go.
Y'all trying to use Sabriel as leverage. I love it.
Yeah. So I guess
Maybe we should actually rest first.
Well, they're going. You say that, they're going. I think at this point.
Snow's gonna follow Pete.
Yeah.
Cinder's just still clinging to like hard, and she's got a hold of Peep. She's like, no.
The Moon Elven Palace that nestles in Velheim in a section almost of ruins is looking far less welcoming and whimsical than it did a few nights ago when you saw it on the distance when you march up close. When you get up close to the walls that almost look like they were forged of molten silver, the guards actually step aside for you. If you ask, they don't respond. The guards are not moon elves, of course. They are people from the city, but they are wearing far higher quality armor. It seems that, yes, you are somewhat expected in this moment. Grand Admiral Von Dorn seems to know where he's going at the very least, and steps forward and leads you into the palace somewhat. It is in some ways similar to Balord's palace in High Thundral, except for where there are sharp edges, there is roundness. Where there would be sections to let in the sun, there are areas that are just starting to trickle in a little bit of moonlight. And it seems relatively quiet, especially right now, although it's starting to awake with courtiers and diplomats from people around. You are shown to an internal garden. It is blooming with life, despite there being no windows for the sun or moon to really enter. It's almost a central point in the palace. There are trees. Actually, they would be cherry trees, especially at this time of year. A very deliberate, almost wedding archway. And yes, your golden sun elven tower, floating on the ground, although it is surrounded by things. And standing in front of it seemingly deep in thought, is the Moon Queen. Liadrian Star Dancer. She is a moon elf. They are celestial elves just like the sun elves, obviously. They have... her skin is kind of a rich lilac-y purple, her hair a silver blue, her eyes, just like Balord's, glowing with power. But of course, it's a silver blue of the moon rather than the yellow of the sun. She is wearing almost a ballroom dress, but again, it almost looks like it was poured onto her body with this shimmering quicksilver. If there's an area where it could have a gemstone inset, it does. It's coated in gems, and there's even a pair... Oh! She's wearing a cool dress made of quicksilver. Covered in gems, lots of bling, all matching, and... what almost looks like wings that are kind of floating behind her back, quicksilver inset with sapphires and gems. She doesn't speak first, but it's up to you, Ori, if Sabriel is also here. To be fair,
yeah,
he's
just standing there crossing his arm, like scowling at her.
Does the tower look the same as when we last saw it?
Oh, it looks exactly the same. It actually looks slightly chained down with bonds of silver moonlight.
No battering ram?
No battering ram, no.
Oh, no.
No way.
Scammed.
She'll, like, raise her hand, like, slightly in your direction, the direction of the group. I slightly must apologize. I understand that this is your battle station, but an independent celestial elven tower is a rare thing. As you can see, we do not have a high thundral of our own. I will happily return it to you in a decade or so. I merely need to take it apart and put it back together again. A few times. She says, like, looking at it, not at anyone else.
Sabriel just looks at her again and shakes his head. You cannot just take things that belong. Elves. During a time of war, we are using this.
I'm sorry, I don't see this tower currently fighting my wayward sisters in the Underrealm, Lord Savrael. She says, like, at this point, turning to him, kind of not acknowledging the rest, to be fair. She did kind of earlier by motioning a hand in your direction, but she does just fully sass around at that.
Snow is gonna speak up, which might be a bad idea, but he's doing it.
Probably.
He's gonna say, Your Highness, I apologize, but we came here to get it fitted with weapons of war by the greatest shipbuilders in the land.
Alahal just looks at him and sort of... He's trying to resist calling you an idiot.
Sabriel just shoots Snow a look, like, stop saying stupid shit, and then looks back at her.
The Moon Queen has a slight smile on her face, but it's very, very slight.
He looks at her and he says, it is being used on the more covert missions at the moment that are not directly involved in outward physical combat. You may have a look at one when we are done using it, or I will allow you to come speak to someone at High Thundral, but you are not taking the tower. I thought we talked about this previously when you were learning your royal duties, not to take from each other. He's like, bitch, I taught you this when you were a kid. Stop.
Yes, it's actually a point. While every sun elf is fairly old looking, even the youngest one was 100 and is no longer alive. The Moon Queen looks very, very young for an elf. In human years, like maybe 19. Despite the power. And that slight smile drops. You are suddenly unable to wait a mere decade, Lord Sabrael. You have changed. In a very mortal way. I do apologize, little giant. It was a interesting request you made to my shipwrights. We can all be stronger if I take this apart and learn from it. But if Lord Sabrael is so opposed to having a well-armed, flying fortress of moon elves once again in the sky, then I will relent. And she will just put her hands behind her back and turn to the lot of you. I imagine you are here about the criminal I arrested after this giant started breaking into houses in the Jarviskjir noble district.
If you want to pin the blame on anyone for the events, pin them on me.
I pinned them on him. I can take context clues. I am the most intelligent being on the globe. It takes
Snow wants to say
a
something.
long moment to decipher what happened. My question is to you, what would you wish to happen to him? If I wanted to punish you for it, you would be being punished right now.
There's a lot of things I want to do to him for what he's done. For the pain and the suffering he has caused, not just to my family, but to countless others. I want him dead. And I want to be the one to do it.
That is agreeable to me in my court.
Deborah holds up a hand. Hold on. Where is the human? Where is Vincent?
Pete reaches for the silk bag. That criminal had a undead beholder.
Sabrael has flashbacks.
These are the remains of Sir Vincent Anais.
He comes up and he takes the bag. And then he looks at the Moon Queen. Have your men taken care of the beholder, or should I remind you what they are capable of?
They did not see a beholder. Perhaps you should take care of it yourself.
Yeah.
Snow's gonna mutter something under his breath, like, and I don't know if she's gonna hear it, but he's gonna say, "So intelligent she couldn't see a beholder in her own city."
Oh, Sabrael's thinking it. He's going to come back and they're going to have a very long conversation about her incompetence.
So Snow's gonna mutter that. I don't know if she's gonna hear that. I don't know what her senses
She heard it.
are. Snow says that.
Oh, she heard it.
Sabrael's gonna
Oh,
look
no.
at her. He's going to gently hand the bag back to Peep. We will take care of that. After this is over, I'm going to go finish the job that she should be taking care of. And he leaves. He's like, I'm out.
I like
We
how
should have a further look at this man's office. I believe there may be more to this.
The Moon Queen nods and ever so slightly motions towards Adelhard and Grand Admiral von Dorn. I will bequeath control of this investigation to the Navy of Velheim. I would like to add, young von Dorn, if you had taken up my Quicksilver earrings, I would have known about the Beholder. and I would have been able to send assistance. Shall we get your criminal for their execution?
Cinder pokes her head out and just looks.
There's like a. The thing is, when people with their eyes glowing, you can't necessarily see where they're looking. But she probably sees the Fae in the room. A few moments later, Agahast is dragged into this garden. And funnily enough, kind of like thrown so that his head lands on the bottom of that, like, it's kind of a white wedding arch almost. It's almost using this archway like an executioner's plinth. He's dragged in by more of the guards wearing quicksilver earrings. They seem to be following the Moon Queen's order without a word, of course.
I look over at the Moon Queen. Are we good to do it here?
My palace is a place of almighty peace. And that means executions are unnecessary at times.
Peep nods, walks over. Is he like still like lying down on the
Yeah,
ground?
he's actually manacled with it would definitely be the kind of mage's manacles that's made of dimaterium that kind of actually band their arms completely together behind their back, so they can't even do any kind of sneaky shit unless they're a very particular sorcerer. And he's so weak he can't even really like pull himself up. Other than that,
Well,
the guards aren't holding him down or anything.
Peep's gonna lift him up so that he's like on his knees.
Mm-hmm.
Probably by like the back of his head, just up.
Yep, by the hair.
Yeah.
Got him by the
Yeah.
horns.
Look him in the eyes. That's not a bad idea, actually. Grab by the horns. Tell me where Jenny and Ben are.
I don't remember your pathetic little adopted family.
Peep's gonna punch him across the face. A young boy and a young girl with the woman you stole away from me.
Oh, now I remember. Of course. How silly of me. I had my people send them off to some orphanage. Collateral. I don't know which. Probably Lendir, it's close. Sense of irony in it. I respect that kind of thing.
Which one? You have too many books and notes to not know.
Oh, but if I knew, someone like you could torture the information out of me.
You know, you're right. You would have told me that by now anyway. Given everything. And the fact that I could have killed you in the street when you were being dragged away. You're only alive right now because I'm letting you.
I'm sure your mother's very proud of it.
Oh, I'm sure she is. But the thing is, I'll be going home to see her. And the only thing you're seeing, I'm gonna stick one hand, like my other free hand, in the bottom of his mouth, pull his jaw down, not like breaking it, but down, is hell. Stick the other opener. I am going to Eldritch Blast fire down his jaw and into his gullet.
Okay, he is set ablaze from inside, and you see for all his anywhere the vital light blazes out, and he collapses to the ground, smoking from the mouth, his Olvaxian horns of ice instantly melting into water.
Peep just walks away. There was
Cinder
a
grabs-
moment they looked like they were gonna spit, but
All right. This is when we go full chapter epilogue to a degree. While yes, the Moon Queen does allow the tower back because she does have to accept that Sabriel has to go kill a beholder in her city. And I imagine, at this moment at least, maybe not forever, Peep and Snow at least will go their separate ways to Adelhard. Adelhard, like you said, going to continue this investigation here. Peep and Snow probably want to go back to Lendir and look. I don't know where Cinder is in that equation.
Well, before when Peep starts to walk away, Cinder's gonna like grab his hand for a second, and she's gonna put a little she's gonna pull out of her bag a little like dragon made out of some sort of sparkly crystal stone, and she's gonna hand it to him. You take this and you go and you can maybe use it to, I don't know if you can, I don't know what's the prey thing, I don't do that, what is the archfey aren't gods, but you can ask my boss maybe if he'll help you find them, because he finds lost things and brings them home sometimes, so maybe you can ask him to bring your brother and sister home. And I don't know if I need to go home because I'm scared.
thank you. That.
But
means a
maybe
lot.
he'll let me come back after I've had a break and away from things for a little bit.
That'd be nice. Maybe if I find them, I could introduce Jenny and Ben to you. I'm sure they'd
Yeah.
love you.
Also, maybe you'd like my boss too, because he's a dragon and he's really cool and stuff. And I know you're a little dragon, and I think dragons should talk to each other because they're dragons.
I mean, I'm not sure he'd like who my boss is the only issue.
Probably not. But I don't know who your boss is, so.
Look around. There's no one else here, right?
There's everyone here. Everyone's
Okay, well,
here.
those are separate. I thought it was like a separate occasion.
No, she took your hat right in front of everyone. This is right after the
Yeah.
execution. I was trying to skip
Right.
forward, but Ori was like,
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Let's
Right.
wind
Okay.
it back.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Okay. When there's like a thingy, like people like lean in. Just-
What?
Mythra.
Like the Rock?
All right, this is definitely when I'm cutting the scene forward in
Yeah.
time. Cinder, back home,
Yeah,
How
send her
hard?
home.
home in the office, working. Your dad never speaks to you about it, but he did kind of say out loud that he was disappointed in you running away.
Yeah.
But he doesn't bring it up again. It's very much like your father. And he does continue helping the investigation for a bit. I'll come back to that. Peep and Snow. You can get back to Lendir. You can travel around, and you actually do find an orphanage. There is a orphanage in Lendir that was started by a paladin who followed the unicorn Eirik. And knowledge about it is kept secret to some degree, so things are safe and so people are safe. And when you go there, maybe you feel almost a little bit of guidance from some way. It sort of feels like when Vincent's helping you out, but a little different. And you can find your siblings. different hurt. They weren't allowed out all in one piece. Scarred, injured, maybe to lengths we'll see in the future, and especially mentally. But alive. And those bonds can be remade in the future and strengthened. I have a question when, all is said and done, you've had time to recover. And Sabriel would likely still be kind of with you at this point, although you know that he's going to be doing more his own thing once he gets back. Do the three of you do something for Vincent? Perhaps? You could be like, no, fuck him, I guess.
No.
But I imagine when you're back in Lendir, where you guys spent all your time together, it's possible. Especially with your house and stuff there.
I have an idea. What if Vincent spent all of his time protecting us and keeping us safe and taking so much upon himself. What if we give the ashes to the forge to be used in shields so that every single person in Lendir can be protected by him?
I would just nod. He likes the idea.
Wait, so Sabriel is there?
Well, I imagine
I was
Sabriel wanted
confused.
to stay around for this bit.
Yeah, he said he would help with it.
In the next chapter, there would probably no be Sabriel.
Yeah,
There might not be Cinder and Adelhard, though, so there's a lot of question marks. And there's definitely no Vincent.
Cinder might come back. Sabriel just gives a nod. The shield. Perhaps we can take it and give it back to the Dragoness and tell her the story of it, because she seems to enjoy those. I think you would like that.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Or we could give it to Ballord and let him continue to use it. I'm sure Vincent would also get a kick out of that. What do you think, Pete? Ballord or the Dragoness?
I think... I don't know now.
That's a 50-50. Both good answers.
Yeah, they really
Those are
are.
both
We
good
can't
ones.
split it either. We
You
can't,
can't
like, give
split it.
someone...
How about... Oh, I can't speak
Don't-
with that on Vincent because he's gone. Oh.
Yeah.
Um,
Hold on. It takes, was it like a true resurrection or a wish to bring someone back?
Yeah.
stuff that's,
Disintegration.
near
Very high level.
impossible at your level right now, but who knows how
Sabriel's
far these
too-
guys will go.
Sabriel's too tired for that right now. Why don't we give it to Valord? Because then it will still be used to an extent, as much as he uses things. And I think him and Vincent got along very well, and Vincent would enjoy that.
Yeah.
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 They were drinking buddies.
They were opium buddies.
They were opium
Not just drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will take it.
Opium,
I will take it back to Valor.
Yeah.
I have to return home anyway.
Okay. With Vincent's ashes set to the forge, no doubt empowering the next generation of Northmen armor. You guys have time before. No doubt the call of adventure will come again, and you'll be able to work out a lot of things you might maybe want to do with your time. For if the Sun Elves keep on their trajectory of, getting ready against world-ending threats, well, there's always one around the corner in theory. in Valheim, there's a lot of paperwork. Paperwork to write and paperwork to read through. It was, of course, abundantly clear once you had the real time and fleet of people that Agahast was a real criminal, and you could start unrooting his network as well, which is big work. But eventually, Adelhard, you find a piece of information that is of interest. When he talks about one of the people that was in his employ, there was a half-elven woman with hair quite like yours, who, according to his description, was the most powerful cryomancer potentially in the world, to the degree that she became too dangerous for him to control. The last note about this woman is a receipt after he sold her to a goblin pyromancer named Wyrex. And that, I think, is where we end off chapter 2.
Oh no.
I don't know now necessarily whether that is...
Season 1 loop around?
Yeah, hashtag everything's connected, you know, it all works.
Connected.
Pepe Silva.
Oh boy, what a banana subscription screen.
Yo!
Good timing, Steve, for the 10 subs. Super appreciate it.
Oh, no.
Going out to all the people lurking.
Damn.
And what a moment to do it. Yes, that's chapter 2 done. With, like I said, everything sort of being connected. Sadly, yes, Vincent gone, but I mean, how many times in sessions did you go, Zach? Wow, if Vincent died there, I wouldn't have minded, you know. So
that was always been his destiny, was to die in combat. That's what he's doing here, was doing here. So it works.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
It was a great moment.
And now you can say, I mean, maybe you already have, but having a character die to a beholder eye ray is definitely on the tick list.
I have not. That was a a cherry popping situation for me.
All right.
I see. I thought Snow was gonna die to the fireball. But
I mean, Snow got. That's the closest Snow's ever got. I mean, I said it. I mean, You gotta come across real tough things, because you guys are a very martial party, and a lot of kind of puzzles to solve in that combat. But we'll see where this campaign goes. There will almost definitely be a chapter 3, although what it will we'll work out. I don't know if Adelhard is ready to go on another adventure with these guys again, but maybe with that information he'll have to, or maybe he'll be a quest giver and be like, work this out, but I'm not coming with you. Screw that. That's too dangerous. But I will say definitely that there is going to be another campaign with this group very soon. I'll talk more about that later. But before that, why don't we talk a little bit about ourselves, and if you want to say anything about, of course, how this campaign and how this chapter has gone up till now, and this is a great moment to do it. So, starting with Zach.
So that was something. I've never had that happen before, which I am very excited that happened. I am actually knuckles deep in directing As You Like It. Open next weekend, so after next weekend that show will be over, and I just found out in January I have been granted the opportunity to direct You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown for the first time in my theatrical career, so I'm very excited about that. I have assistant directed that show before, but I'll be like the info facto director this time, so it's very exciting.
Rad. Awesome. All right, poetry.
Yeah, I had so much fun with this chapter. Especially because I got to cause problems, which is what I'm best at.
Sometimes you've got to be, the person when the DM sets up you know, a rickety bridge, someone's got to shake it. And
Somebody's
that's
gotta
what
knock it
snow
down.
is. Yeah, that's what snow is. And that's what snow
Yeah.
always has been. It's like, that's, you know, I know. Sometimes you work ones out that I don't ever intend, but, you know, I know it's going to happen.
Yep. So yeah, as far as what I got going on, actually kind of last minute, but I will actually be DMing some Dungeons and Dragons on stream in literally like an hour from now. With it'll be like a 1-on-1, maybe 2-on-1, depending on how it goes, like inter-seasonal session, like transitioning from one part of a campaign to another one with the new party. So, but it'll be interesting. So yeah.
All right. Awesome. Now the cameras are messed up on this one too. Oh, don't worry, they're all messed up the whole time. Whatever. Next up is meant to be AJ. I'll fix it. This is professional. Oh no, now it's even worse. Okay, there we go.
Oh, no.
AJ, it's you. What's up? Tell us about yourself. And
Well, I'm glad to have been here for the first time on stream. Yeah, I hope you can all understand my terrible accent at times. As for what I've got going on, the art has been a bit slow, but it is getting faster. I've been working on a large self-portrait, so if you want to see that, head over to my Twitter.
we can finally
that,
find out what you look like.
Yeah, I'm glad to have been part of this. It was very funny playing the serious orderly character in the group of chaos. It's very entertaining.
It's funny too because there have been levels of straight man in this campaign, and Adelhard, you know, had to become the straightest man.
Hey, Sabriel had other shit to do.
I know, exactly. It worked out really, really well. Next is Quills.
Hey, I'm just Quill. It's been fucking incredible the entire way. It's been absolutely dope.
I bet you weren't expecting to do your backstory at any time because I dropped that on you out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was like, oh well, it'll come up eventually at some point, and Pete's been like nudging, like, oh well, I do want to, I just don't know where to start. Like, I like, you know, I've dug for clues here and there, and then it just landed right in Pete's lap, like, well, let's fucking go. And yeah, it's been great taking Pete from essentially party baby who has no real clue how to fight and what they're doing, bar like very basic trading, all the way to if everything had went wrong there, Pete would have went Joker. No doubt.
Yeah.
People would have become the
You
Joker.
wanna know
Yeah.
how I got this
Yeah,
scar?
that makes a lot of sense. If Pete was the only one who got out of there, seeing everyone else die, why paralyze? And it's even a good comparison from absolute party baby, kobold using big sword, haha, to executing someone by breathing fire down their neck. It's a bit of a character arc, one way or another.
Bit of an arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a
it's
change.
fantastic. Yeah. Plus, Pete went from being like, oh, well, no, it'll be okay. It can be nice to be like, I'm going to kill this man. I'm
You
going
went
to
from
kill him.
Sabriel, I got a boo-boo, to that.
To I am the boo-boo.
So now your daughter calls me daddy too, yeah.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. And yeah, other than that, for like shenanigans, just the usual stuff from me. Still posting memes. The only big thing I have planned is that on the 4th of October is when I'll have posted a video a day every day for a year straight.
Yes.
So there's only like 50 something videos to go. So once that's done, I am doing a full-time thing where I'm working on from the game Warframe. There's the new war quest, which is this big like 6-hour narrative quest that you have to do in like not one sitting, but like you can't do anything else once you start it. I'm doing a new war abridged in the same way that like Maxor's done like an incorrect summary of Metal Gear Rising. So it's whole new voice cast, whole new script, all the rest of it, which I have no idea how long it'll take. But that'll be replacing the daily videos after that.
Awesome. And you know what's actually kind of made me think of is you joined this show, I think just before daily memes. I think just
Yeah,
barely.
I think
Just barely.
like when did you first DM me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to look on the. But it that's kind of how when it.
I was such a
lined up.
small little baby channel.
You
I did like
were.
10,000 subs,
You
and now
were
I'm
a
nearly
good
200,000.
investment. Let's be honest.
You
here.
were. I
to
was a
pick
good
'em.
investment.
And you know what?
It's
It's one goes to show. You were invited to this show just because when I had like a question on Twitter and you answered it, and that's literally like the only reason
And you
why
saw
you know.
some memes that was voice
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
And, you know.
You know, so if you want to go places, actually like be a human on Twitter. It'll.
It's a difficult
open
challenge,
doors.
to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Being a human on Twitter is challenging.
It's much
Very
better being a
difficult.
fae on Twitter. It's great. Nobody expects anything from you but chaos.
Yeah, well, there's a segue. Ori, why don't you tell us about yourself and what you got going on?
I'm chaos. There you go. No, I do art full time as my job. I'm almost done with some art for a visual novel that will be coming out on Steam soonish. I don't know the name of it. I'll tell you later. Because they haven't told me the name of it. But yeah, so visual novel stuff I'm working on. Commissions are open. I have bills to pay and food to buy and dog bills to pay because now the dog's got to go back to the vet for her gimpy leg. So her leg's hurting her again. She's limping really bad. So we're gonna have to take her back. But yeah, so hit me up. You can find me at the Lady Ori with the underscores in the correct places. Yeah.
Okay. Well, a little bit about this show. This show has, of course, been supported by Patreon the whole time. If you like the show and like the content and you want to see what's coming next, do support on Patreon or Twitch here. It really, really helps out. It allows me to actually put not only dedicated time towards projects like this, but also a little bit of production value as well. Just a little bit. If you like the world of Jarviskjir, there are a lot more, and you like the DMing, not only does this show have a whole chapter that you may not have seen, there are a whole wealth of Jarviskjir shows, and they are all connected. They're all in the same universe, and there is a Monday Patreon campaign. There are actually now, I think, 3 fully finished campaigns on Patreon for $5 or more a month, and we are about to start the next one, which I can now tell you all about. It is going to be set 2,000 years ago, when humanity had just come to the continent. Their god has left. What do they do next? It should be really, really interesting. And it's got a very different kind of focus to the campaign as well. So it'll be really, really interesting and see what happens. Like I said, this campaign probably will be coming up for a season 3 because I really like these characters and I really like this cast. And how kind of interconnected things they are is really good. So these are like, I mean, the ones that are alive, are characters that can probably go to quite a high level, one way or another. But we're not going to be coming back immediately. We are going to be running a Star Wars Force and Destiny campaign. And by we, I mean me. I'm running it. These guys are going to be playing in it. It is going to be Star Wars, and it's going to have some Force in it, and maybe some Destiny in it. The name is likely going to be Sith's Gambit. And we will see what that gambit is and what the adventure unfolds in a galaxy far, far away very soon. Twitter and Discord is the place to be to find out updates about that, and Patreon is probably the place to be if you want to see teasers. That will all be coming relatively soon. If you also want to check out my other stuff, Twitter, there's art, Patreon, there's art, on this channel, there's Atlas Roleplay and other streams. If you like me, check out the Atlas Roleplay streams. There's a lot of them. Really good, usually quite chill content. I am an in-game therapist, and the therapy sessions are basically real fucking therapy through the lens of characters. It's kind of happened by accident, but it's kind of a miraculous accident. So, hey, maybe you'll learn something about mindfulness or whatever through a funny, chunky French guy. Who knows? Life is strange. But we will see you all in the next one. Goodbye. See ya.